ladies and gentlemen, the Chrysalis concert series is really thrilled and delighted to have tonight's performer with us. Amy Speace is from Nashville, Tennessee, and all I really know is she is a singer-songwriter. So we are about to all discover together the magic of Amy Speace. Welcome.
He said, "What should I say?" I said, "What do you know about me?" He said, "Absolutely nothing." I said, "Well, that's the first time that's happened when I've been hired to play a concert." They don't know me. I told them I could just be bullshitting you guys. I know I can say swear words in the Unitarian church. I could just be somebody else who decides to just come up here and grab a guitar and get the paycheck. I'm happy to be here in Manassas. Horses here, where the grass was left to grow wild, high and white picket fence that seemed to go on for a mile. There used to be horses here on the way up Gamma Springs Road, beautiful amber maze with the sun gleaming off of their coat. Church, they've torn down the old brick house. Now there's just a big hole in the earth. And I wanted to see them that day in October and flesh of the hill in the sky. Wanted to see them in perfect formation one more time, one more time. Horses here, when Dad had his house in the trees, wherever they took them, I hope it's a place they run free. 'Cause I wanted to see them that day in October and just of the hill in the sky. Wanted to see them in perfect formation one more time. Generally, I didn't grow up around here, but I did spend a little bit of my life in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, going to junior high school and high school. When I started writing songs, I was thinking back to those times, and So this song kind of is set in my mind in this little town that I grew up in, and a lot of people never left. They all like stayed and raised their families. The minute I hit that town, I was like 12, and I looked around and I said, I'm out, I'm out. And I was out pretty much the minute I hit 18. But it's a really lovely place to go back and visit. But it's nowhere near anything named Lackawanna. But I needed a Pennsylvania sounding word to go in the song, and I was like, Lackawanna, I know it's a railroad, I know it's a something. So we were on the Susquehanna River, but it didn't sound like, I don't know, Lackawanna is such a great, sometimes you just find a cool word and you shove it in a song and it means nothing. So when you hear Lackawanna, you're supposed to just think, oh, middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. So. Behind the mask, she has summer in her eyes. The night air hangs thick, the crickets fade from east to west. The evening's on parade. Red sun, yellow moon, green grass, breathing room, lay in my childhood bed and dream of a better day. Red sun, yellow moon, green grass, breathing room, lay in my childhood bed. Alleys lined in barrel fires, burning leaves, black smoke spirals. We married young in our mother's lace, with promised rings to hold and play. Red sun, yellow moon, green grass, breathing room, lay in my lover's bed. Red sun, yellow moon, green grass, breathing room, lay in my lover's bed and dream of a dark day. Got my shoes off with the mud between my toes. Now don't forget to dress me in my Sunday clothes. Oh, I could count the afternoons left on my head. Let it all begin again. Can you hear the carousel, the tractor hum, the Catholic bells? We ran toward our slowing down. I'll never leave this Lackawanna town. Red sun, yellow moon, green grass, breathing room, lay in my childhood bed. Red sun, yellow moon, green grass, breathing room, lay in my lover's bed. Red sun, yellow moon, green grass, breathing room, lay in my final, lay me in my final, lay me in my final bed and dream of dog days. Dream of dog days. Thank you. I think this is my first time ever in Manassas, Virginia.
I think you played in the basement back around the turn of the millennium.
Wait, down there?
Yeah.
In this same space?
I would think so.
You were here. Well, then I trust you.
That's all I need to know.
Listen, I have no idea. idea. First of all, I had a kid, and then I hit 50, and you know, with brains. I won't tell you my menopause jokes.
Go ahead.
Nice, very nice. Okay, so I've been here. This is not my first time in Manassas. I have a new record that came out. So I'm in my, I started doing this this is my 20th year of doing this, job, I guess. I got signed to a record label 20 years ago and made my first record, and so it's kind of it's been fun looking back on everything, and I'm pulling out all the old songs and playing old songs and thinking about what it was like when I first started out, and it's exactly the same as it first started out half the time. So 81's exactly the same. The Cracker Barrels are the same place. The Starbucks are the same place. There's Harrisonburg. That's where Starbucks is. But I'm writing about different things, a lot different, because life changes, and so I always like to write about, you know, love that doesn't work out. That's all. That's like my oeuvre. Not that it's autobiographical or anything. Not that it has nothing to do with my real life. But I'm getting older, so I'm thinking about different things, and I moved to Nashville, 16, 17 years ago, and I moved there from New York City, and in Nashville, when I first got there, it was very disconcerting because everybody asks you what church you go to. And in New York City, nobody goes to church, so there was never that. So I was kind of thinking about that, and this is a song that's on the new record. God came to me through the lonely, and in the fallen leaves and dirt, in the cities where the rivers are flowing, and the moss and the water and earth, and the stones that ache as the sky shakes, skin I don't recognize. The only thing I wanted was for God to come in time. God came to me through a closed door where gold and myrrh were kept, where I hid out in the rectory to pray but only wept, on cushioned knees in poverty, hypocrisy of the host. What I couldn't get is what I needed most. God came to me through the back door I'd left open for the breeze, so my dog could have the freedom to go as she pleased, and the kings and queens on between, letters and scribbled words. What I couldn't get in words I never heard. God came to me in picture books, halos and white veils, the sacrament and sacrifice, Jesus on the nails. But I wouldn't believe what I couldn't see, so I walked away alone. Found a God among the graves in a notebook full of poems. God came to me finally in the eyes of my child. The questioning and wrestling I stopped asking for a while. Stopped caring what God thought, whether it all right. It's when I stopped and let him go, God came right in time. Guess when I stopped and let him go, God came right on time. God came to me through the lonely, and in the fallen leaves and dirt. Thank you. Thank you. I came New York City, right out of college, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a Shakespearean actress. That was my dream. And I went to the National Shakespeare Conservatory and studied acting after college. And I did some really cool stuff. The height of my career, I was doing a production of summer series in New York City. You've heard of Shakespeare in the Park? I was starring in Shakespeare in the Parking Lot. It was a true series on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. We had a theater company. We put together productions of Shakespeare in municipal parking lots, and we get everyone to show up there by like papering the neighborhood with little posters all over that said "free beer" and Shakespeare. So we get these big crowds in August and in summer, and I was starring in Romeo and Juliet, and it was like my big scene, right? And the New York Times actually was coming to review this production, so we all knew that was happening. And in the middle of my death monologue, you know, it's like I'm wearing a nightgown on the gravel stones of like the municipal parking lot off of Delancey Street. The place stinks of garbage, and a drag queen on rollerblades speeds through the scene and stops at my feet, and she goes, "You go, girl." Sped off. I was like, maybe I should be a folk singer. Maybe There's a man with your eyes sitting on the subway train. I wanna ask him if he remembers my name. Across from me, riding the F downtown, staring ahead through the doors to the blurred underground. I see you with your hazel wink and Cheshire grin. We wear the ring I removed, left a groove on my skin. Pressing your back against mine once we were alone. Pressing a promise of some more real than I know. Oh, we were young and high in a 3 a.m. world, running against our dreams before they could start. With a shotgun heart. Now Delancey and BRUU and bottom a single malt scotch. There were holes in the night, falling with a spin wouldn't stop. We wandered the cobblestone streets in our costume skin. Oh, late for our lovers in line about where we've been. Oh, we were young and high in a 3 a.m. world, running against our dreams before they could start. A moonless sky. Oh, one time we swirled right our heels in the night, making love in the dark. With a shotgun heart. So never grow old, never change. You just stay 25. Breathing your name down my neck as I ride this line. Now I know it's not you, it's been years since I've seen your face. Surprise, it comes back to haunt when you visit spun like a tilt-a-whirl. Maybe I'm right just to remember that girl. When we were young and high, in a 3 a.m. world, running against our dreams before they could stop. It was a moonless sky, a one-time swirl right now, the heels of the night, making love in the dark. When shotgun There's a man with your eyes sitting on the subway train. Thank you. I have this record that I just made. I'm really proud of. This is my 10th record, and a lot of my records are, the last 3 or 4 of them have had strings on them, and they're beautifully fleshed out and produced. But I've been kind of in this space in my creative life where I'm writing a lot of material, and I've put out like 4 records kind of all in a row. And in a way, I kind of wanted a break. I wanted to do something, I don't know, I was like thinking, I wonder if I can just come out and do a punk rock and roll record. And I was like, oh, that's stupid. But I mean, I just kind of wanted to like take a little left turn, and I didn't want to push it, so I was kind of allowing for whatever happened to happen. I was just writing and writing, and I ended up getting a grant to go to this week-long songwriter residency where they paid you to go and stay in this place and write songs for a week, and they fed you and gave you all, you know, you didn't have to think about anything except for writing songs. And I was there with 2 of my friends who were also part of that residency. And at the end, they gave us 4 hours in their studio. It's a world-class studio in Texas that like La Lovett has recorded at, and great studio with their engineer. And I just thought, you know, honestly, if someone's just gonna pay me to go and like stay in a beautiful space in Wimberley, Texas, and they're gonna feed me, I don't have to do anything, because I won't be with my 7-year-old who's going to be wanting to get up at 5:30 in the morning and play. I'm just going to sleep in and eat good food and take the money and run. But I ended up writing, because you never know when someone gives you space to write. The fear is you won't write, and like when I write is like, when he was really little, I would write for 20 minutes while he was napping, kind of things. So anyway, I wrote these 6 songs. At the end of the week, I went to the studio with the engineer, and I just, with the intention of just laying down these songs and just doing demos of these songs. So just me and my guitar and a microphone, and playing them just like I'm playing for you. And I would do one try of it, and I would go, oh, maybe that sounds pretty fine. And he would say, I think that sounds good, and then we move on. And at the end of 3 hours, I had like 12 songs recorded. And he said, I think you just made a record. And I said, I think I did too, and it was free. So that's even better. But in recording all of these songs that I had just written, I also was thinking, I've never done a solo recording of this one song that's on a record that I still play, but on the record it's a duo, or this song that somebody else has recorded I'd never recorded. I should do that. So I kind of pulled out old material, and I made this thing that I didn't think I was going to do anything with, because it's, it's very vulnerable in a way. But it was at the same time when that Bruce Springsteen movie was coming out about the making of Nebraska, and how it was just like a series of demos. And I just got brave, and I was like, why not? I'll just put it out. My best friend, who's this incredible singer and songwriter, and she's one of those perfectionist artists. It has to be perfect before she records it, before she's finished it. I'm just like kind of a mess. My desk is a mess, and she's just like very organized. I played it for her, and she was like, I was like, I don't know, I kind of love it. It's got a thing about it. And she was like, yeah, it definitely, it's amazing. But you don't hit that one note. And I'm like, I know, I don't hit that note. And she's like, no, really, you're okay with it? I was like, yeah, I'm totally okay with it. And she was like, I don't know if I put it out. I was like, and then she's like, listen, if you know, like, I was like, I'm gonna do it, and if I get it, I get to say I told you so. And she's like, okay. I'm happy to say the record hit #1 in the folk radio charts, and it stayed in the top 5 in the folk radio chart for the last 3 months. So my dear friend Katie, I told you. This is a song that I've never recorded by myself, so I put it on there as a solo record. Solo. Set the sea to the shore when the evening tide came in. I am here to tell you tales of where I've been. In the shells I whispered my love songs in secret rhyme. Left them at your door for you to find. Tempered the force of my waves when your gods would roar. And took care of the ships full of men that you sent off to war. And I've longed for you for so long, said the sea to the shore. Said the shore to the sea, you left me here too long. I was promised to the moon while you were gone. He waited until the brightest night to demand my hand under his fullest light. Promised he'd always stay and watch over me. Oh, why did you wait till now, said the shore to the sea. Said the sea to the shore, I swore that I'd return. Yes, and here I am with all that I have learned. I can hold you now with arms of foam and spray, touching you at the coming of dusk and the breaking of day, smoothing out the folds on every stone. Said the sea to the shore, don't leave me here alone. Said the shore to the sea, you said all these things before, and I'll tell you, I can't hear them anymore. Oh, there was a time once I'd have given in. I hear your savage white caps rolling in. Your drops would come up slow beneath my chin. Your mist would kiss me softly on my skin, leaving salty trails where you had been. And my legs would give out in your undertow. Oh, but see, there was a long, long time ago. So the sea took one last look and turned away, and the shore was more than strong enough to stay. And castles melted back on onto the sand. Driftwood drifted up unto the land. Rocks rose up proud and shiny skin. And shells began their gossiping again. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do a little tune down. I'm really trying to perfect the art of telling a story while tuning. Working on it. I did a lot of touring with Judy Collins, and she plays a 12-string guitar, and she tunes just fine talking and tuning those 12 strings. But she'll always say this thing. She's always telling stories of the old 60s and all her early days. I loved it. I'd sit backstage and just soak it up. She'd say, I used to tour with Ravi Shankar. Ravi Shankar played the sitar, which has like 100,000 strings. And she would say things like, he took tuning to an ecstatic level. And she said she was like, to an ecstatic level. It was slightly uncomfortable because Judy Collins reminds me of my mother. And I just don't want my mom talking about ecstatic levels.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, did I offend anybody in this audience by aging you out of the word ecstasy? Oh boy. I live in East Nashville, Tennessee, which just got really hit hard with the ice storm. We had the big storm that came through you guys. The ice hit Nashville, and most of us were without power for like 8 days. And we have a lot of hackberry trees, which are shallow-rooted, thick trees. And who knew that when the sap inside freezes, it explodes. And these trees just exploded. It's actually pretty, in some way, awfully beautiful as you drive through Nashville right now, because all these trees are like just split down the middle, like yawning wide open on the side of the road. And I do a lot of walking in Shelby Park, which is a park in East Nashville that's gorgeous, and there's a nature preserve and a bird sanctuary, and there's a paved trail right along the Cumberland River. And over the past 17 years, I've walked down a lot of things on that trail. So this is called it's called February Day, which is perfect because tomorrow's the end of February. Bridge over the Cumberland, shadowed like a dream, and I see it as the afternoon shines between its beams on this trail where I am following the river this February day. There's something about a train that makes me feel I'm not alone. The echo of the whistle like a song that I have known. All my life I've had the urge to run away to the unknown instead of stay. Shortest month often is the pivot of the year. Now there's ice on the water, snow in the trees that bend and sway. The deer aren't afraid. There's a buck and a doe, and there's an owl in the trees, and I can hear her howl and moan. My heart is fragile like a cloud, cold to the bone and gray. Miles on this path could sweat it all away. The doubt and the fear and words I wish I didn't say. The amends for the past and the years I'm remembering today. This February day. So I'll walk in silence and let myself cry. I'm looking for an answer in the earth and the sky, and I'm reaching for a God I don't believe in all the time in my prayer. One foot against the other, it's a comforting beat that moves the sorrow through my soul, out as I weep to the hawk in the sky, the cracked concrete of this train. Sometimes my prayer is quiet, sometimes I loudly beg, to the ice and the snow and the chill on my breath, and I write this song to tell you I love you more than words could say. This February day. This February day.
You guys are so nice and quiet. It's like you're in church or something.
I'm gonna end my this first set with this song, and then I guess there's things downstairs to do, and I have my CDs and albums and things like that. My first 4 records are out of print, and so I have them on a USB stick that looks a lot like this guitar. So you can buy 4 records in one little cute guitar-shaped package. And then, but I'll be downstairs to say hi to you as well. I was touring
I tour
in the UK a lot.
I love it over there.
And I was there last year on the release of my record that came out in 2024. I was there touring, and I was playing randomly. Usually you don't have gigs on Mondays, but it turned out this one club wanted me to play on a Monday, and it was in London. And I have a good audience in London, but I'm thinking, like, I wouldn't go out on a Monday night to see even my favorite place. So I was like backstage, and it was a new place in a new neighborhood, and I was really kind of, like nervous and thinking, oh, this just might be one of those shows that it's going to be hard. There'll be like, 2 people there. And so I'm texting a friend of mine, and I said, it's raining, and I'm playing on a Monday in London. And she wrote me back, and she said, you should write that song right now and play it tonight, called On a Monday in London. And I had enough time, so I did. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that. So I wrote the song On a Monday in London. But I needed a lot of rhymes with London, and the place that I was playing at was in, I don't know, like a totally random neighborhood that didn't rhyme with London. So I had to kind of come out of the box with like the name of a neighborhood. in London that rhymed with London. And so I just threw it in there that night, and I played the song, and I used Kensington. And when I finished the song, I said, what do you all think? And you hear this, it's wonderful, but you can't say Kensington. There's no folk clubs in Kensington. It's too posh. I was like, oh, Islington. Absolutely not. There's no music clubs in Islington. So I thought, and I ended up going home and remembering that the first time I ever played in London was at this little folk club in Camden. And so the beautiful thing is that I got to go over and play my CD release show at that little club in Camden. And I just told them I wrote the song for them, and they have nothing to do with that. I walk these English streets alone, gray and cold bites my bones. Bookstores and Oxfam shops, the buses whine, the bikes won't stop. The coffee shops I can't resist, the distant memory of your kiss. The trees are bare in early frost, so I pass the time and walk. On a Monday in London, traveled so much in my life, hotel days and folk club nights, packed my bags to travel light, learned to sleep on many flights. I wake in different towns and beds, two worlds I make up in my head, write down the things I wish I said, and slip away. On Monday in London, no matter where I go, how far I fly, there you are inside my mind. It's cloudy out, the air is damp, so I wrap this scarf around my neck. Second guess the dress I brought, wish for things I haven't got, and understand that time takes time. Those early years, they were so fine, when I was yours and you were mine, getting used to life alone. On Monday in London, no matter where I go, or how far I fly, there you are inside my till I go on stage in this cold and empty room I wait. Put on that dress, try not to think where I put that goddamn ring. Warm up my voice so I can sing in this little club in Camden, and get on stage and do the thing, find myself inside a song. On Monday in London, you feel me? Come by out with me. On Monday in London, on Monday in London, yeah, on Monday, Lord, in London, Lord, now, on Monday, sing it, oh yeah, in London, you're better than the Catholics. On Monday in London, one more time now, Monday in London, on Monday in London. thank you for that. It's always awkward when you don't. Anybody a Nancy Griffith fan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nancy is one of the reasons I moved to Nashville. I was doing an opening tour with her, and I was living in New York City-ish, which is, I was living in New Jersey. And I was doing a lot of traveling down to Nashville to write with people, and being told I should move there, but I hadn't really done it. And I was doing a tour with Nancy, and when you do an opening act for somebody, you do 25, 30 minutes of music, like 6 songs. And the headliner is usually downstairs in their dressing room, not paying any attention to you. It never happens. But Nancy Griffith would stand off to the side of the stage every single night, and she would watch the whole show. I was blown away. She never said a word to me. She was very quiet and slightly awkward. Not a huge fan, and I was very shy around her, but I would like pass her and just say, thank you, Miss Griffith. But she listened to me, and then she would get on stage and she would say the kindest things about me and encourage people to buy my music, but never said anything directly to me. But I got to know her band really well, and her musical director was this great guitar player named Tom Utz, a German guy who lives in Nashville, who's more Nashville than most Nashville-bred guys. And he said, look, if you ever get to Nashville, I'd love to work with you, and we could do some shows together. And I said that, write together. And I said, yeah. And so we exchanged numbers, and the last night of the show was in Portland, Maine, and they were coming back on the tour bus, and I was driving back to Jersey, and I got a text from Tom at like midnight, and he said, listen, Nancy just said to me, we've seen a lot of openers, and she's the real deal. She should really move to Nashville. And so I'm texting you right now because Nancy Griffith says you should move to Nashville. And no joke, like within a month, I had my band packed. I had like $300, a hound dog named Maybell, who used to be part of a duo called June and Maybell that I thought was cute in New Jersey because I would introduce them as the Cash family, the Carter family, and nobody would really get it. So I'm driving down in a white minivan to Nashville with guitars and keyboards and a hound dog named June Carter Cash, and right next to me is a boxer named Hank Williams, and on the other side is Merle Haggard, and now all of a sudden I wasn't special anymore. So, and this is one of my favorite Nancy songs. I'm a backstage jock. What do you call it? Man, I'm having such a brain moment. What is the phrase? This is what happens after you turn 50, ladies. Isn't this what happens? You lose the weight, you lose the word. What's the word for being a driver and you're not a driver? You're a backseat. I'm a backseat driver from America. They drive to the left on Falls Road, and the man at the wheel's name is Seamus. Pass a child on the corner he knows. Now Seamus says, what chance has that kid got? And I say from the back, I don't know. He says there's barbed wire on all of these fences. There ain't no place in Belfast for that kid to go. It's a hard life, a very hard life wherever you go. If we poison our children with hatred, then the hard life's all that they'll know. There ain't no place in Belfast for that kid to go. Cafeteria line in Chicago, there's a man in front of me. He's calling black people trash to his children. Oh, he's the only trash that I see. And I'm thinking that the man wears a white hood in the night while his children should sleep. But he slipped
to the window and they see him. And he thinks that white hood's all that they'll need. It's a hard life, a very hard life wherever you go. If we poison our children with hatred, then the hard life's all that they'll know. There ain't no place in Chicago for that kid to go. Now I was a child of the 60s, where dreams could be held through TV. Walt Disney, Walter Cronkite, Martin Luther. Oh, I believe I'm a backseat driver from America, and I'm not at the wheel of control. I am war, I am famine, I am the root of all evil, and I can't drive on the left side of the road. It's a hard life, a very hard life wherever you go. If we poison our children with hatred, then the hard life's all of them know. There ain't no place in America for these kids to go.
I wrote this song based on a story somebody sent me. The fan of mine from Eastern Texas asked me if I would write him a song about his hometown. And I asked him what his hometown was, and he said Abeline. And I said, well, I think there's a couple Abeline songs out there, and I've never been to Abeline. And he said, no, but no one's written about my Abeline. And I love that. So I asked him to write me an email, and this song came out of that. 6 days before Thanksgiving 1963, I was just 13 when they shot Kennedy. The man who found the rifle lived right down my street. He worked the Dallas beat, 3 hours each. We fought the tears back from our eyes, watching Walter Cronkite cry. It all felt like a bad dream back in Abeline. Double features at the Paramount, quarter matinee every Saturday, where the ceiling was a painted sky, stars and clouds. We could hardly wait till the lights went out. They'd run a short reel right before, listing the casualties of war. And we knew every name up on that screen back in Abeline. Back in Abeline. And all the boys would play with folded paper planes while soldiers raced their Thunderbirds around. I used to run beside those trains as they sped by, but never once stopped in Hardtown. After church, Dad joined his buddies at the hardware store, and though he never said
gospel song. First he'd cry, then he'd get me. Each week repeat the same routine. He tried, never could get clean. Back in Abeline, I couldn't wait until I turned 18. I'd fill my car with maps and gasoline. Sometimes a dream's best left a dream. Back in Abeline, back in Abeline. 6 days before Thanksgiving 1963, I was just 13 when they shot Kennedy. Thank you. My son is 7, he's turning 8 in a couple weeks. He's in 2nd grade, and this song, is set when I was in 2nd grade, which was in 1976. There's a whole bicentennial thing going on back then. I was thinking about how, like, when I get on a plane with my guitar, you know, somebody will ask me where I'm from, and I'll say I'm from Nashville, and they'll be like, "Who do you write for?" I'm like, "Me, really?" They're like, "No, who's recorded your songs?" I'm like, "No, I'm not that kind of songwriter. I'm a folk singer-songwriter." They're like, "Sure. Who's recorded your songs?" I'm like, "No." And so I have to explain, no, there's a lot of songwriters in Nashville. It's not just country. There's a lot of us there. But I started thinking, you know, oh, come on. I want to write. I should write let me write a country song. What do I need? Especially the current ones, you know, it's like, what do I need? I need a hound dog, I need a pickup truck, I need a 6-pack of beer in the back with a girl with a short skirt and an American flag and good, yay, small town America. That's your country song. And I said, no, you need to talk about the American dream, and that was my end. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna write a song. I rarely start a song with the idea for the title, but this one, I was like, I'm gonna write a song called The American Dream. So this is my American Dream circa 1976. Kicked the can till the sun went down in 76 summer afternoon. Native August we hid in the back of that house on the circle off Old Shady View. July 4th before the 2nd grade, a joker in the spokes and huffy handlebars. Bicentennial parade, Yankee Doodle Dandy and sparklers in the yard. Ride our bikes like a speed machine, feel the wind of your head and lean. Hold on tight to the American dream. Juliet lived in the house on the corner where we went every day 'cause she had a pool. Cheryl's dad played for the Vikings. She could run faster than the boys at school. But Daddy said Carter was a weakling, a Democratic farmer could never be Ford. He said we were heading for disaster, lost his faith in the Vietnam War. Ride our bikes like a speed machine, feel the wind of your head and lean. Hold on tight, oh, hold American dream.
Thank you so much. I was, that's,
When that record came out is when I was over in the UK on a Monday in London. That's where. And I was introduced that song, and I was touring. It was the end of October last year. Was it 2024? So the end of October 24, and I'm touring over there. And we're in election season here, and I'm over there, and I'm introducing a song called "The American Dream." And no matter where I went, you could be in London, you could be in the north of England, where all the old farmers had voted for Brexit. There was always somebody in the audience who would always say, "What the fuck is going on in your country over there?" And I was like, I don't know, but do you have a cottage just in case? So speaking of what the heck is going on in our country over here? I just wrote this song. This is my newest song. I'm putting it out as a single. It was, I wrote this right after Renee Good was murdered. Because I'm a writer and I'm a poet, and I thought, I'm supposed to write something now, right? I'm supposed to say something. What if I don't know what to say? Can I just say that? So I just wrote this. It's the 10th of January, the night air's dropped to freezing. I put down the tree, I kept it up through the epiphany. My son is watching dinosaurs, and I'm staring at this blank screen, feeling numb. I'm the mother of a boy I hold much tighter these days. There's one who's lost his mom, who's just in the way. The faceless rage that's thickening this empty page where words won't come. When's it enough? When does the arrow hit the mark? I'll make it up. And every day it breaks my heart. Pray and ask for meaning. Give up and just start screaming. 'Cause all I really know to do is sing. Through the reckoning. It took so long to build the porch because the crew had gone to hiding. My son's friends stayed home from school, afraid of what was coming. He's only 7 and doesn't understand, and I keep trying to smile. My job is writing, putting truth out when I'm able. But I'm tired and it's work to just get dinner on the table. I am fighting every day to keep the light from fading from his sky. Is it enough? When does the arrow hit the mark? We make it up. And every day it breaks our hearts. Try to find some meaning, not just give up and start screaming. So I scratch his back at bedtime and sing.
through the reckoning. Through the reckoning.
We go over here to the piano. Yeah. Since there's a piano, and that is rare.
Do we have this on? Yeah, we have it on. Cool. So I started my creative career, I told you, in New York City back in the 90s. And it was a real great time to be broke and 20-something. It's when you could still afford an apartment in the East Village of New York City. I had a little studio apartment for $575 a month. It's crazy. It had bars on the windows. Basically, I had a futon and a wall of shelves, and that was it. I remember I built the wall of shelves, and I had a party for the shelves. It was the weirdest thing. Nobody had any money. We were all just dreamers. So this is from that era.
Impatiently wanting my life to begin. very funny because I used to, when I was walking and I was pregnant with him, his name is Huckleberry, and which means I can never move north of the Mason-Dixon line again. But when I was pregnant with him, I would walk around the Cumberland River, that trail I was singing about before, and I wrote this song really repetitively so I would remember it and I would sing it to him. And so when he was first born and they put him on my chest, I sang it to him. And he looked up at me and I said to Jamie, his dad, I said, I think he recognizes the song. And Jamie said, no, I think that's gas. I wrote the song.
I was in Germany in April 2017, and I was playing in this little town, a little church in this town called Aachen, Germany. Like when I play these places in Europe, it's always so amazing because people will come up to me and tell me where to go. Like the next morning, you have to go see this, you have to go see this. But like a tour is usually like I'm there, I play the show, sleep that night, you get up, you drive the next day. So it's not like a vacation. But I was so bummed that I couldn't stick around because they told me it's where the Emperor Charlemagne was born and died in Aachen, Germany, and his bones were interred in the cathedral. And I was kind of fascinated, but I also was like, shoot, what did Charlemagne do? You know, because like I learned European history when I was in, high school, and I wasn't really paying attention. So I was just thinking about names like that are so like huge in our consciousness, people that linger and loom in our consciousness that like you just, how that happens. And I ended up getting my room that night, the window faced the tower of the cathedral, so the bells rang every hour on the hour. I got no sleep, so I started Googling Charlemagne. And the next night I was playing in a little town called Solingen, Germany, and they put me in an artist loft that had a grand piano in it. And so I sat down and I wrote this song.
right. I think I should write, I'm going to play you a little fun song before I wind it down. I teach songwriting. Mostly I hang out with really great songwriters, and we give each other all sorts of like exercises. So like if I get into a place where I'm stuck, I just call a friend of mine and I'll say, give me a word. And then it's like, I'll write a song with that word in it. And I've got a friend of mine, Abby, we're doing this for a while, where she would send me a word in the morning and then I would send her a word, and we'd have to finish the song by the afternoon, just do a little recording of it and send it to each other to be accountable. And we did that for a month, and we got some really bad songs out of it. It was really fun. But it was, we were being real nice with each other, giving each other lyrical kind of words, you know, like field and soul and love. And finally one day I woke up and I sent her Ubiquitous. And she sent me Marzipan. Don't like peaches, don't like the fuzz, the way that it tickles my tongue. Don't like the orange, it's stringy pulp, it sticks to my teeth and my gums. I can't eat apples, don't like grapes, bananas, berries, mangoes, or dates. It's the fruit from your lips that won't fail to make. You're all the sweet stuff I crave. Don't talk of pies filled with jellies and creams. Well, I find them all quite obscene. Cakes layered in chocolate, topped with jelly beans. Can't stomach a fresh, crispy cream. So bring me no fruit tarts, make me no flan. I have no desire for marzipan. It's the fruit from your lips that won't fail to amaze. You're all the sweet stuff I crave, dear. You're all the sweet stuff I crave. Marzipan! She has not yet written Ubiquitous. It rhymes with promiscuous. This is a song that changed my life. This is a song that I started in a workshop. Gosh, how long ago was that? 25 years ago? It's like 23 years ago. I met one of my closest, dearest friends and mentors, Paul Reisler, who's here tonight. So, I met him at a Folk Alliance conference, and he changed my life, and he brought me to a workshop with him, and then told me to go to another workshop, and then I just pretty much followed him around for the rest of my life, and I did anything Paul told me to go to. But he taught this workshop, and he still teaches it, and it's genius, where he puts two people together, and they each tell each other a story from their life. So I would tell you something that happened to me, and then you get like 5 minutes to take notes, and that's it, and then you have to go off and write the song for that person. And so you kind of, you take as much as you can, but you can embellish, but it becomes a gift. And whenever I've done this workshop, or I've taught it myself, it's always like one of those like amazing experiences where you're not writing from your own experience, but you're writing from somebody else's, and it just shows you how music really can change the world. It really does change people. And so this song came out of that workshop where I was paired with a guy, and he told me a story. I never tell the story, I just usually play the song, but since Paul's here and since it's a small audience, he told me a story about his brother went to Vietnam. He was a little kid, and his brother was his hero, and they used to play all the time, and then his brother went to Vietnam and came back and seemed like a ghost, and he said he just seemed like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. And I just wrote the weight of the world down.
And then I wrote a couple details about it, and then I had this melody in my head. And I wrote around it for years. I didn't know what to do with it. And then one day I was like, maybe I can't connect to it because it's not my era, you know, and so maybe if I put it in my era war, and I make it not Vietnam, but I make it like Afghanistan, and maybe if I make her a girl as opposed to a little boy. And then I started going down that ramp, and I still didn't have the song finished. And it was about this time when, through Paul at one of his workshops, I met the amazing songwriter John Vesner, who you would know if you're a Kathy Mattea fan. He wrote her big hit, Where Have You Been? He's also a teacher and a mentor of mine. And I was writing with him, and I played him this song. I said, I feel like I almost had it, but I can't gel it together. And he was like, oh, here's like 3. And he'd go, oh, how about this? What? And it was like 3 genius lines. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, the song is done. At the time, I was signed to a record label owned by Judy Collins, and I was touring the world with Judy. And she heard me singing this, and she asked me if she could record this song. And so on her 2009 record, she recorded this song and completely changed my life as a songwriter. So I've never recorded this song myself until this new record that, see, full circle, coming back. So when I was in the studio with free time, I was like, I've never recorded The Weight of the World. So this song is on my new record. It's also on a Judy Collins record, which is really nice. So I could, you know, when that happened, I was like, as a folk songwriter, I could pretty much, you know, die now. That's it. I mean, I don't want to, really, but this is the way of the world. I always think of you when I play this, Paul.
Brother Michael, dressed in polish, shaking hands down at the store. And everyone had come to see the All-Star hop the Greyhound bus to go to war. He punched me in the arm to say goodbye. It was the first time that I saw our father cry. Kept all my brother's letters tied and written in a box beneath my bed. And every night I read my flashlight with the covers in a tent above my head. His words said not to worry till I'm fine. Was his way trying to ease my mind, while I was trying not to read between the lines. Weight of the world, too heavy to lift. So much to lose, so much to miss, that it doesn't seem fair. Football games and picking out our dresses for the prom. With my brother in some desert, dodging bullets when he wasn't dodging bombs. And we went from the land of brave and free, just being afraid to disagree. I was being brought down to my knees by the weight of the world, too heavy to lift. So much to lose, so much to miss, it doesn't seem fair. That an innocent boy on the mast. The wind blew cold, snow was coming down. Still everybody turned out from our town as he laid my brother in that frozen ground. Weight of the world too heavy to lift. So much was lost, so much was missed, that it doesn't seem fair that any boy or any girl should have to carry the weight of the world, should have to carry the weight of the Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. I really appreciate all of you, especially Michael up there in sound. Thank you so much. Beautiful job. Yeah. I'm going to do one more song for you, which is a lie, because there's this thing called an encore that gets real awkward when I leave, and then I stand back there and I'm like, I don't know, is that enough applause? Is that enough applause? Do they leave? Do they not? Do they want me back? It's like if I do it, it's just like, it's like I'm not 20 anymore, people. I'm tired. So let's just do it this way. This is the easy way to do it. I'm gonna do this last song, and then I'm gonna turn around on stage, and you're gonna applaud wildly and demand the encore. And then I'm gonna turn back around surprise and do one for you. Does that sound okay? Like we all know our parts? Is that okay?
You got it.
If you do one thing, if you want to see me again, the best way to keep in touch, honestly, is to sign my mailing list. I send out a monthly newsletter, and even though I live in Nashville, I get to this area, and by this area, I mean the general Virginia, D.C., Baltimore area a couple times a year, and I'd love to have you follow me and see me at different places as well. But thanks for coming to the UU Church in Manassas. I'm sorry I said the S word right off the bat. I think God forgives me because I'm a sort of an Episcopal. And the reason I'm an Episcopal, I grew up Catholic, like serious Catholic, like nuns and priests in my background Catholic, but then I had a feminist uprising when I was 17, and they told me I couldn't be an altar girl because there was no such thing. And I was like, well, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore. And then I got to Nashville, and I was like finding spirituality, and I was like, I've got this kid, and I kind of wanted to, I met this guy, and he was cool, and he was like, I go to this really cool sort of Episcopal church, and there's a female minister, and she's barefoot, and she's awesome. And I was like, a female barefoot minister? And he's like, yeah, and it's very LGBTQ friendly. And I was like, LGBTQ, it's everything Catholics aren't. I'm going. And then when I was going through a real hard time, I got together with one of the pastors, and I said, I need to have some coffee, I need to cry because I'm having a crisis of faith. And he said, what? And excuse me, God, I'm going to say it. I said, listen, here's where I am with this. Fuck God. And he said, yeah, fuck God. And I said, what? He goes, and that's when God comes in. And I went, oh, the Episcopals are my people. They say the F word. So, and I'm so sorry to the Unitarians, but I just want you to know that I have special dispensation to say the F word. This has nothing to do with the F word. But it is a kind of an Irish Catholic sort of song. I wrote this with my dear friend Ben Glover the morning after Pete Seeger passed, because we wanted to write him a send-off into the next space. I also come from Irish nuns and priests
which means a lot of heavy drinking wakes and funerals. So you always need a good drinking funeral song in my family. Although my dad died, and I told him and he was like planning his memorial service, and he was like, "I want you to sing." I said, "Great, Dad, I'll sing Hymn for the Crossing." And he was like, "That's so crazy about that song." I went, "Wait, what?" And he said, "No, I want you to sing a Carter family song." And I was like, "No, but I wrote a song for the funeral of a loved one." And he was like, "Yeah, no, it's good, but I like the Carters much better." So I sang it anyway. He has no idea.
He's watching.
Nah, I sang the Carters for him. Don't need a golden box for my bones. Don't need you weeping and wailing. Don't need my name carved into stone. Just sing me a hymn for the crossing. Don't speak of nights darkened by regret. Don't speak of today's life fading. Don't speak at all. Just sit here by my bed and sing me a hymn for the crossing. The many miles we have rode, each one marked upon our bones. But in the end, we leave alone. Until then, just sing me home. Don't fight the tears, the sorrow of the sea. Don't be afraid when it's raging. Don't fight the waves, let them rock you off to sleep. Like sing me a hymn for the crossing. The many miles we have rode, each one marked upon our bones. In the end, we leave alone. Until then, just sing me home. So farewell, my friends, although I'd love to stay. Can't keep the old man waiting. When he calls for you, I'll be at the gates to sing you a hymn for the crossing. I'll sing you a hymn for the crossing. I'll sing you a hymn for the crossing. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. What surprise.
She came back.
Thank you. Here are people standing up and jumping. They couldn't contain their enthusiasm. This is on my new record. It's a song by my friend Ben Glover. May you know goodness. May you know peace. May you know contentment. May you be at ease. May the road before you go soft under your feet. More than all, may this be true. May you know kindness, and may kindness know you. May you be without anger. May you be without hate. May you be without
without shame. If the world gets lost in sadness, may you find a prayer of hope. But more than all, may this be true. May you know kindness, and may kindness know you. Even beauty, even the pain, you'll rise up and fall away. May you be with loved ones who hear and see what you feel. May those you trust be honest and real. And may your feet follow where your heart dares to go. More than all, may this be true. May you know kindness, and may kindness know you. More than all, may this be true. May you know kindness, and may kindness know you.
Thanks again so much for having me.